Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
Lily's airways are swollen. Lily's house caught on fire and they were trapped inside.
Put her in my office. Jay is still in the exam room.
It's okay.
Here, you'll get the bassinet, please.
Yeah. I don't know how long they were inside. We need to check them both for cyanide poisoning. Can you get the pulse ox?
I'm on it.
I should have got her out of there earlier. This is my fault.
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we do what we want.
That's right.
This is my new thing. Like, we cover what we want.
That's right.
Even if it's shitty shows like Virgin River, which we love so much.
We do what we want.
My name's Amy Archer, and I'm here with the spaghetti to my meatball, Steph. Hi, Steph.
What's up?
How's it going today?
It's going.
It's going. I like your sweater.
Thanks. I like your face.
You're really well coordinated today.
It's accidental. It wasn't intentional.
Okay. All right.
It just so happens that everything I own is the same shade of poop brown. And it all just kind of goes together.
Okay. That's all right. Everything I own is black. You know
Black.
this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're wearing blue today, though.
I am wearing blue. Well, I'm wearing like my Target workout top.
I love us. It's too early for this shit. I don't care.
It's early. Crack of dawn. Favorite time to podcast. Love it.
Love it.
Drinking our coffee. I had some dental work done yesterday. I was just telling Stephanie. So my mouth is aching me, and I had to like drug myself to sleep last night. And when those drugs wore off around 5 a.m., not only did I have throbbing tooth pain, but I also got my period. So thank you for that. Why am I not menopause yet? Why is it not happening?
I don't know, dude. I've been there for a long time.
I'm 46 now. Can I at least start?
That's crazy.
Like, I'm still getting it like clockwork.
Yeah,
Menopause corner, guys. I'm still getting it like clockwork.
Do you know, I started at 35. I was early. Isn't that bonkers?
Wow, that's real early.
35.
My mom said
Harry started at 35. But
my mom said she was 50.
I know, my mom was too. I'm the only one. Like, I'm like a strange anomaly. Shocker.
Supposedly, like, that kind of stuff, I'm putting it under the umbrella of female issues, giving birth, periods, menopause, all the stuff that falls under that category. Supposedly, there is some, like, hereditary traits to that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
I mean, I don't know, but I'll go with it.
But, like, my mom used to tell me that all the time. Like, oh, well, I had a really easy time with menopause, and so did Graham, and so you guys will too. And, you know, Jenny and I are just over here hoping and praying.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I don't know. I don't know about my history, but
yeah.
I just know that I like it.
Well, you have, like, 16 sisters. Don't you know who's in menopause and who's not?
Yeah, me.
On a chart?
No, my older... Okay, so I do know... 2 of my older sisters started in like their late 40s. So
okay.
I'm still not, like, I'm still an anomaly is what I mean. Like, I'm the only one.
Well, I'm going to my OB/GYN later this month. I'm going to demand menopause.
Good. You should.
Yeah. Like, I need it. I need it to happen. How do we accelerate this?
I'll notarize that.
Because it's, you know, I'm just real tired of this after 25 years.
Oh, God, I know.
Okay. So.
Although, I'm not, no, hold up. If we can't finish a menopause conversation without talking about how absolutely horrific it actually is, because I have not had an easy time with it.
Menopause is not easy. And
so,
it is not at all. But I am getting periods like a 14-year-old. Like clockwork, super painful. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with me.
I mean,
maybe that's like a sign.
I can tell you that hot flashes are the bane of my existence. It's really bad. You remember that day we went out to dinner over the summer, and I had to keep borrowing your hair clip to pull my hair up because I was hot flashing in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's gross.
I feel though like I'm always hot and I'm always like freaking out about it being too hot everywhere I am. So I'm prepared in some. I'm not saying that's the same thing, but I'm prepared to be hot constantly.
All right, well, we'll talk about it when you get there.
And I'm also like, I like my bedroom like a freezer.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I've already conditioned Timmy to sleeping in sub-zero temperatures. So we're okay there.
Sub-zero. I would die.
Oh my God, dude. It's so cold in my bedroom. Like you could wake up and see your breath.
That's funny.
I just like it cold. I can't help it.
I like it. I
Some
don't
like it
like it
hot, some
warm.
like it
No,
cold.
I don't like it hot, but I don't like it to be freezing. I like it to be just cool enough that I'm comfortable under some blankets.
Yeah, I feel like that's where I have it too. But don't
Yeah,
forget, it's only fall. Like in the winter, I don't sleep with my windows open or anything crazy like that.
sure.
Although, did I ever tell you my grandma used to sleep with the window cracked every single night of her life because once she got quote gassed in an apartment.
I can't. She was the fucking best.
She got gassed in an apartment and
Oh,
never forgot it.
Graham.
Never forgot it.
Of
Hashtag
course
never
she
forget.
didn't. Of course she didn't.
I have so many thoughts on this episode of Virgin River.
Oh,
It's bonkers.
I know.
I do have some announcements up front though. Number one is Amanda and I recorded 90 Day to Last Resort,
Mhm.
episode 8, which came
Okay.
out Tuesday, October 3rd, and with Matt Marr from Reality Gaze. So if you guys love Reality Gaze like we do, check that out. Matt Marr joined us and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of interesting talk because he's like a trained therapist. So it was really
Oh,
interesting,
wow.
like
I didn't know that.
getting his perspective on things. And
That's
you
cool.
have to hear his reaction when I told him that our group is called Backdoor Friends. He was like, "What?" Like
Oh my
backdoor
God.
friends. He's like, "Backdoor friends mean something real different in my community." um,
Well,
so that is up on the free feed, and then as
sweet.
always, we have Sister Wives going strong.
Oh, so good.
Still looking for somebody to cover Golden Bachelor with me. I really need to talk about it.
Hello.
I know, but you're going to be doing this, and we're doing maths. Maths comes back next week, dude.
I know, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm so
So,
well, it
mhm.
doesn't really though, because we're not recording the
I think the
matchmaking.
specials are airing now, aren't they?
I don't know. I'm
I
terrible
don't know.
at this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the matchmaking specials and all that shit are airing now. So, like, within the next 2 weeks, we're going to be
All right.
taking to the microphone talking about Dr. Pepper Schwartz.
I cannot wait.
Cannot wait for that.
Dum-ba-da-dum-bum.
And then what else do we have coming? Oh, Amanda and I are covering. It will have dropped by the time you hear this. This is going to drop on Friday. We covered the last part of Love is Blind. So
Oh,
I need you to
nice.
listen to this, Stephanie, because I tried to make my case with you yesterday about
I
Izzy and you were
know.
not having it.
I know. I'm not having it. But I don't
You've
know.
been
Like,
fooled.
I'm not
No, wait a minute.
usually fooled.
Here's the funny thing. I am always the one with the wrong takes. Do we
I
agree with
know.
that?
Yes.
I always think somebody's a good person and then I'm always burned by it.
Yes.
You are always right. Amanda's always right. So why in this scenario am I thinking I'm the only one who's right?
I don't know. I really don't know because I don't see him,
Mm,
Izzy, as
mm,
being the fuckboy that you think he is. I
mm,
think he looks like he should be, but I don't think
mhm.
he actually is. At least I'm
I think
not
he wants
convinced
people to
yet.
think he is. Low key. Very subtle.
Yeah, but is that just an insecurity or is that like a
Mm,
like is that just a he's a bad guy thing? Like
I
there's
feel
a
like he's a secret
difference.
manipulator. But we'll get there. We'll
We'll
see what
see.
happens.
We'll see.
The last 2 episodes of the show drop, I think, this week. And then
Oh.
the
Oh, is
reunions are
that
the
this
week
week?
after.
Oh,
Mhm.
sweet.
So, everybody's gonna be busy this weekend.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's talk about Virgin River. Let me mark the time so everyone knows when our chit chat stops. Okay.
Does it
Um,
ever?
it never stops. Can't stop, won't stop. So let's talk about Virgin River season 5, episode 6, Heroes Rise.
Rise. Wah, wah.
I'm marking on my sheet where I mark my edits. 9 minutes in, may want to cut Amy singing out because people will drive off a cliff.
I know, and I'm apologizing in advance if I'm sniffling. My allergies or something is really aggravating me today, and I keep trying to mute myself, but I'm sorry if I miss
Dude,
one.
the allergy regimen I'm on is ridiculous. I'm doing a
Ugh.
Benadryl every night
Oh, I can't.
and a Zyrtec every morning.
No, I
So
would be a
I'm
zombie.
double dosed.
Benadryl gives me the shakes, like it makes me real shaky and
Oh, it
jittery.
makes me pass right out.
I
Yeah.
wish it does
Mm-mm.
not. Opposite effect.
Yeah.
It's that weird redhead gene thing that I have.
There you go.
I'm a
There you go.
mess. I'm a real mess. All
You
right.
mean
Virgin
your
River.
gingery
My
features?
injury features.
Ugh. So we're gonna start where Mel runs into. My notes are all over the place because
That's
this
all
episode
right.
was tough to
It was a
recap.
mess. It was a mess.
So Mel runs into a burning house and she finds Ava/Carly Simon passed out on the floor. Now Jack runs into the burning house. He gets there and runs into the burning house. And he grabs Ava, and I wrote, these two idiots are running around a burning house.
Mhm,
Mel, Jack thinks Mel's pregnant at this point. He doesn't know she lost the baby.
mhm,
And
mhm.
Ava hit her head, and Chloe's like,
Poor Chloe. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I found the need to imitate that, and
I don't
B,
know, but
she sounds like a cat coughing up a hairball.
I don't know, but I loved it so much.
Oh. So
Oh.
Ava, of course, wants to run into the barn to save the animals, but Jack's got to take that up. He's like, I got this. I got this.
Did you notice how he carried her out of there? He just flung
It
Stevie
was hot.
Simon
It
right
was
over
hot.
his shoulder though, but only to bring her outside to stand her upright for her to just be normal again. Couldn't she just ran out herself? He literally was it just their way of showing us that he could carry her? I'm just gonna fling Stevie Simon over my shoulder and just whiz her outside so she can stand upright and snap right back to it.
That's
What?
true. That's true. She immediately stands up
I
for him. She's
know.
fine. Okay,
And
anyway.
I watched this episode 3 times, and 3 times I was like, no, it really is. It did happen.
It did happen.
Mhm.
100% did happen. Maybe we just need that hot shot of him carrying her out.
I know. I mean, all right.
All right, whatever. And then, did you see him spanking her ass a little bit? That's where I went when I saw it. Anyway. So now we're gonna go over to Doc, and Doc and Cameron. Don't forget they have this firefighter Jay, who is flatlining.
Uh-huh.
And they have to stab. This is my medical analysis. They have to stab him in the chest with a needle.
Yeah, they have to let the air escape, right?
Sure. Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
So the only problem is Doc's macular degeneration is acting up.
Oh, it's
And
bad.
he's
just seeing a blodge,
Mhm.
like a splooge of dust.
Please understand, I'm going to say this outright. I know people who've had macular degeneration.
I
It's a
know.
horrifying disease.
I know.
I'm not making light of it in any way. I am making fun of this show's portrayal of
Yes.
macular degeneration. Okay,
1,000,000%
that's it.
yes.
Yes. Okay, so he sees a Rorschach blot there, and he's
Literally.
like, "Oh my god, is it a tree? Is it a flower?" And he's trying to just stab this guy all around. And Cam is like, "Let me in there and let me do it." So meanwhile, they have Muriel involved now too.
Yeah.
She's one of our backdoor friends wrote me and said, "What about Muriel and HIPAA? Now that she's doing the billing, she knows the whole town's business. We know she's in that sewing circle spreading the gossip. Is she aware of HIPAA? Do we do anything to protect the citizens of Virgin
See,
River?"
I don't think the citizens of Virgin River follow the laws of HIPAA.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, they don't even follow the laws of, proper scrubbing in.
oh, that's true.
Muriel, get your hands in here. And she's just like, oh, she throws her bills up in the air and runs over and just flings her hands right in there. No one's following a protocol here.
You're very right.
Free-for-all.
As we will see next episode, where they completely discourage all kids from going to college as well.
Exactly.
So there's that.
I could see this happening in the Waltons.
Yeah, Little
or
House.
Little House.
Yeah.
But
I know. I know.
the rules don't apply.
The rules don't apply. So after they get this dude all set up, Cameron corners Doc and he's like, what happened out there?
Mhm.
And Doc's like, I have this disease. It's called macular degeneration. My
Yeah, and
my
he's like,
eyesight
"Yeah,
is going.
I
Go
fucking
ahead.
heard of it. Like,
Hmm.
it's not that uncommon, dude."
I
Like,
think we
he's
need to
acting
I think we need to replay this part.
I don't know if I remember it enough.
Well, we can improv it, okay?
Alright,
So
I'll be Doc.
you be Doc and I will be now Doc's main line here that you have to say is do not question my integrity, young man. Do not. Okay, that's how Doc ends
Yeah.
it. Okay, so I'll be Cameron. Doc, what happened out there? Why does he sound like Keanu Reeves?
I don't know, but we're going with it. Well, Cameron, I received a diagnosis several months ago. I have something called macular degeneration. Now, I've been getting treatment.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Now,
Whoa,
young
whoa,
man,
whoa,
young
whoa.
man.
Don't you think you should have told me about this?
Now,
What the
young man,
hell? What the
young
hell?
man, young man, this is my practice and my eyes and my macular
Yo,
degeneration.
you almost lost that dude out there. Like we
Yep.
pulled his leg off a tree, and then you tried to
Now,
stab him in the trachea.
now listen. Now, Cameron, let's everybody calm down. Take a look around at you. Take a look around and look at all of the blessings. There's blessings in front of us everywhere.
Yo,
Don't
I
you
don't know.
ever question my integrity, young man. Don't you question my integrity. I will do what's right for this clinic and what's right for my community.
Oh, hey Doc, it's Muriel. Do you need me to scrub in for surgery?
Muriel, 10 blade.
And scene. That's exactly how it happened.
Exactly.
It's exactly how it went down.
That was an Academy Award-winning performance.
You got Doc down pretty well. I'm going back and forth between
It's all
Keanu
good.
Reeves and I don't know what else was happening. Mickey Mouse.
It's great though.
Okay.
Maybe it's
So
more like
now-
a mini. She's like a Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have Mel and the gang. They're popping in with Chloe. And Carly Simon is blaming herself, but Doc is like, we got this, we got this. And Muriel, who's now become a nurse, is like setting people up, triaging people. Like, we don't know what's happening
Well,
here.
don't forget, Muriel played a nurse on
She
one
did.
of her soaps.
She did. I love her. She's my favorite character. I'm just going to say this outright.
So she has the medical knowledge, from pretending to be a nurse. So, it works
I think
out.
she might be one of the best written characters on the show, and she hardly has any dialogue. So now Cam is acting all wild and not letting Doc do anything. And he's also yelling at Muriel, like, wait, let me get my camera raised. Yo, dude, did you know about Doc and his like macular degeneration? And Muriel's like, yeah, I kind of knew about it.
Yeah. Basically, fuck off, dude.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you're going to like Cameron more now that he's hooking up with Muriel? Well, because we see it going that way.
No. I still think he's gross.
I still hate him too. Okay. So Doc
she can do better.
She can do way better. She can have Doc. She can take Doc away from Hope.
And she should.
She could take Jack away from Mel if she wanted to, I think. She could have Brady. She could have Brady.
Well, I think many can.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. Shoes to fill.
So, hey.
I mean, Aim.
You saw the picture. Go back to the picture.
I did, but I can't unsee it either.
So Doc is shook, and he doesn't even trust himself to check Chloe's vitals. Meanwhile, Chloe's lying in his bassinet like...
And everybody's like, what's wrong with Chloe? Oh, she just inhaled some smoke. She'll be fine.
And Mel gives him a little pep talk. She's like, there's no one I would want by my side if something happens to Chloe. Now Jack shows up, and I think Mel was going to tell him.
Yeah.
But she's interrupted by Muriel. And don't forget, guys, #never forget, Charmaine is pregnant somewhere. And Chloe was born in episode...
Who fucking knows?
Was she born in the first season?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and this kid looks like she is at least a year old.
Yeah.
So how long has Charlene been pregnant?
Poor Charmaine.
Charmaine. What do I call her? Charlene.
Charlene. Okay. I mean, Chloe was just Clody. Charmaine. We're skipping all over. I'm just letting it happen.
Did I call Chloe Cody?
I think
Cody Brown?
I think you called her Clody. which was even better.
Wow.
And I just went right over it because it was so great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. Love you.
So Chloe needs Mel, so she has to run in the house. And as she's running in the house, Jack's like, how about we don't run into any more burning buildings? And Mel's like, oh, I guess. Okay, whatever. Doc later we see Doc refusing to leave his critically injured patient, so he and Cam decide they'll wait for the medevac together. Muriel and Cam make up really quick, and Doc tells Denny, give Hope love. Tell her I love her. Make sure she knows.
Oh,
So there's that whole
up.
thing. Okay. Now we're going to skip on down to LA, where Bree and her mom and Mike are watching the news, and it's not looking good.
Mike.
Mom wants you knock it off. Mom wants to drive into the fire to save Jack. That's how much she loves this kid.
Well, yes.
Like,
and
can
I
we drive
too.
into the fire?
Yeah.
And Mom's all like, aren't you worried about your boyfriend Brady? Like, how many times does she have to say this in front of Mike? And Mike's like, I'll stay with you guys. I have my little police radio and it gets more news than your stupid television does, so we could stay together. Now, over a tense lunch, Mom is freaking out about Jack, and Mike says, look, I've been in combat with Jack. He's always going to pull through. He's the best. And Mom's like, and this is pretty accurate. This is 100% what they said. Mom says, Jack is my favorite. And Mike says, well, Bree's not half bad. And Mom's like, whatever. That's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened.
So,
poor Bree.
Bree goes out and she's sulking on the front porch, and Mike comes out to comfort her. And he's like, my mom always hated me being a cop and wanted me to be a dentist.
So this scene is the first time I cried during Virgin River ever.
Really?
The scene with the mom really hit me in the feels.
I cry constantly over this show.
I kind of don't.
Sometimes I'm laughing hysterically, and sometimes I'm crying, sobbing.
Yeah, no, this time it was actually like a heartfelt cry. You know, I have that like mom thing.
Yeah. You have the mother wound. Yes, many people do. 100%.
And this one
we
hit me
all
hard.
have complicated relationships with our mothers. I don't care who we are.
Yeah.
Because the mother is the nucleus. Like, the mother is the main caregiver in our society. I think that's changing, but in our lifetime, that's how it was.
In our
So if they fucked it up, and many did, we're all fucked up.
Yeah, I'm fucked, basically.
So he's like, you're strong, your mom's being ridiculous. And then later, as they're watching Virgin River burn to the ground, Bree apologizes for getting upset with her mother, and Mom is like, you're so strong, and I never tell you that, and I'm sorry. And then I wrote, is she just saying all this because she thinks Jack might be dead? She's suddenly realizing, like, wait a minute.
I know. And it's like, fuck. I don't know. This bugged me.
Listen, I get it, because Bree is the youngest sib, and I'm the youngest sib, and I know all about this. That older sib favoritism. I know all about it.
I don't know. I never had that. My mother just chose favorites depending on the day. Who looked pretty that morning. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Almost everybody I know who had a big family has that situation.
Yeah. It's weird. Super
I mean, imagine we choose secret favorites between two. Imagine if
no,
you
we don't.
6. Yes, we do. 100% we do.
Well, I mean, Shirley MacLaine is everyone's favorite. Okay.
Shirley MacLaine is our mascot. And if you don't know who she is, you need to get in Backdoor Friends right away and look at her pictures.
Immediately. It'll change your life.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So now we're going to go to the bar where the bulk of the action happens.
I hate this fucking bar.
First, before we get to the bar, Denny and Lizzie are about to burn to death. And who saves them? Bert, a.k.a. Mater, a.k.a. drug fiend. So Bert is back. He's alive. Are you happy? I told you he was.
Fucking love Bert. Bert's my favorite.
He is driving that tow truck around like a maniac.
Like a mater. Like I'm sure, like a real mater would.
And again, I'm going to say, the location where Denny and Lizzie were, those tires would have melted right off that car. They were literally surrounded I mean, the vehicle next to them was burnt to a crisp.
I know.
There's no way
I
they would
don't
have been able to
know.
drive
It
through
was
that.
ridiculous.
Anyway,
It
okay.
was ridiculous. I mean,
So,
I
and
wouldn't have been upset if Denny perished in that
you
fire.
stop. So, what you need to know about this is Denny is paralyzed with fear in this moment and can't act.
I know, it was so great.
Mm-hmm.
Loser.
So, Hope is losing her mind at the bar, and she's like, I can't believe I sent those two out there. What am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And she goes over to Preacher, and I think she's going to
Uh-huh.
say, like, Preach, we value you less than anyone. Can you go out and find them? But just as she's about to do that, she turns around, and there they are coming into the bar, and she's so excited. Denny gets all weird, though. Oh, stop that. Do you know, do you know the woman that he was dating that was the karate woman or whatever?
Was his mother in real life?
That's his wife in real life.
Shut up!
Yes. I think that's her. One of the women that he dated on the show.
It can't be.
I need to look this up. Hold
right,
on.
we're looking it up because I
We're
need to
looking
know.
it up.
Because I think she's
Preacher.
older than him.
Virgin River. John Middleton is his name. And
He is married to Julia.
And Julia was her. Right?
I mean, I think so.
Lucia Waters.
Lucia?
Lucia or Lucia?
Lucia or Lucia?
Waters. Oh yeah, they're married, dude.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Now see, there's okay. All right. I just found something here.
What?
I found pictures of him with a beard, like a goatee, and it's salt and pepper.
Ooh. See,
That's a better look for him.
No, Lucia is. Oh, that is her. I'm very
Yeah,
confused.
that's her.
I'm very confused.
That's her.
It is. She looks much better in real life.
So does he.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Dude, coming up, there's an episode where he's wearing a hoodie with nothing under it. That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, he's hot.
There's an episode coming up where he's wearing like a gray zip up. Okay.
I'm listening.
And it's down to here. See where I'm pointing?
Ooh.
And there's no shirt underneath. It's just bald, bare skin. And I'm like, this is why I hate you. Like, what are you doing? No, it looks weird.
Like, does it look good?
No, not at all. Okay.
I'm really into him.
No, I'm not at all.
In real life, he's handsome.
He's better, but he's not. No.
Oh, no, he's hot.
I can't unsee Christopher from him. Preach! Preach! Get me a drink!
Preach! I need some milk!
So the chick from the camps, I don't know what her name is. It starts with an L. The one who's hitting on Brady.
I forget. Louise.
No, it's
I don't know.
It's Lark. Lark.
Oh.
She is the mother of the kid who ran into the woods.
Oh.
So are we bringing in an annoying kid again? I don't want this kid to be a main cast member.
No, there better not be. Come on.
So she is hitting on Brady, and Preach has a huge chip on his shoulders. Just then the police chief comes in or the fire chief, and he's like, well, most of your houses have burned to the ground. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're all homeless.
Couldn't save them. And he's like, you all need to stay here. And if it gets real bad, I want you to run down the street to this big open field. And I was thinking, why would he send them to a field? But maybe because the fire will go in the grass.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't know
enough about fires.
I would say if it gets real bad, go out and stand in the middle of the river because fire's not getting you there.
That's a good point.
So Chief says,
but I love how he says like, what? No, he says only if it's like real bad. But that's not what he says. But he says something else. But like no one defines what that means. Like, is real bad just a little bit of smoke, or is real bad like when the door feels hot? Like, I don't know what that means.
You don't want to be like Chloe. Yeah. So, Chief also says there are water planes, but they're tied up, and the incident commander is not releasing them. And Hope and Nick are like, you get me that number for that incident commander, because I want to take charge of this shit. And then later we see Nick, and he's begging the incident commander, and Hope's going, harness your inner Churchill, harness your inner Churchill. It was really kind of cute. And the incident commander's like, I'll get you planes on my timeline. Yeah. And my timeline is fuck you never. So
Yeah.
that's happening. Okay.
And then
So
what?
in the kitchen, Preach dresses down Brady for talking about their time in the war. I don't know why.
I don't remember, I feel like. It's been going on for too long.
I know. I need more information on this.
I do think at some point there may have been some, but it was so many seasons and one Charmaine pregnancy ago that I can't can't keep track.
So Brady's like, "You're not better than me, asshole. You're just not." And then they start to fight, and Jack comes bursting in. He's like, the fires jumped the river.
Wah, wah.
So pure panic is breaking out in the bar, and Hope gets up
Yeah.
on the table, and she's like, "I'd like to make an announcement." And she tries to keep everyone calm. Like, this is
She
her
takes
thing.
charge, yep. And she is somehow really good at it.
She's pretty good at
She's
it.
pulling
She's
shit
pretty good at it.
together. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joellen runs in, and she's like, "Nick, the B&B's on fire." And Nick wants to run away, and Hope's like, "Dude, you're mayor now, motherfucker. You gotta stay. You gotta stay in
Yeah.
the muck."
Figure the shit out.
So there's this intense effort to save Jack's bar, and Brady wants to like create a backdraft and clear cut a path so the bar won't catch on fire. And Preach is screaming at him. He picks now to pick this fight.
Yeah.
Jack
Come on.
steps forward and says, "Listen to him, Preach. He used to fight fires in prison." I was like,
What?
"What? He
Uh-huh.
was in prison and he was
Uh-huh.
fighting. Were the fires in the prison?
I don't
Or
understand.
was he a firefighter while in prison?
I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know.
I truly don't understand any of it.
I would be more apt to say he was in Iraq. He kind of knows how to handle situations."
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I
So
would say so.
Jack comes up to them. This is the best. And he's like, "Stop fighting. That's the enemy." And he points at the fire, which is so clearly CGI'd.
I know.
I love this show so much. Don't ever
So
change
great.
and don't ever
It's so
leave.
great. I know. Never leave me. I'll never
So,
let go, Jack.
me,
I'll never let go.
never let go, Jack. Never let go. You hang on to these scripts as long as they keep sending them to you. So meanwhile, Hope grabs Jack and she's like, "I have an idea to save the town. You need to come with me."
Oh my lord.
Now we meet Charlie. What'd you think of Charlie?
Oh my dear God, Charlie.
Charlie
Guys.
apparently had the the hots for Hope at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie's like, and every
Poor
town has one.
Charlie.
One of these old bucks that just knows the
Yeah.
town and knows what's going on. And he's a crop duster pilot. So Hope's like, "If we can get your crop duster plane and we
Yep.
can fly it and, drop water and all your friends can crop dust as well." Which my question is, I hope those tanks are cleaned out because if you're dropping any
Yeah.
trace of chemicals on these
Uh-huh.
fires.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, which I'm sure they're like empty, but I don't know if they're really cleaned. But anyway.
I also wonder, like, where is the government? Or, like, why are they just doing this? Like, why is the barkeep in charge of putting the fire out? Like,
Well,
what?
California Fire's running the gig. And apparently
Mhm.
only Jay and Kaya work there. So
Ugh,
there's
so
no other
weird. I know.
firefighters. So how are two firefighters going to put all these fires out?
And when are they gonna tie up the story with her husband? Like, with her
Well,
being married?
oh, yeah. We'll
Like,
get there.
all right.
So she wants to use this plane, but Charlie's like, "You wouldn't date me in 1776, Hope, so no deal." And then Jack does this fake, like, JFK speech, like,
Ugh, so bad.
"We need to all come together and save this town," and blah, blah. And he's clearly doing it to, like, convince the guy.
I know.
And then Charlie goes, "Do you know how to fly a plane?" Jack goes,
Yeah.
"Been in one, like, once." And the dude's like, "Okay, guess what? You're going to fly it."
Yeah. Like, huh?
What?
What?
What? Jack
What?
literally says, "I have a few hours under my belt."
And, like, what? This was
Mhm.
like Jack jumping the shark.
Oh.
Come
Oh,
on, dude.
yeah. I don't disagree.
Jack jumped
This
the
might be
shark
Jack
on this
jumping the
one.
shark. He's putting on
Yep.
that leather coat. He's getting
Yep.
on those water skis. He's ready.
Yep. He's ready.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So in the field where everyone is waiting, Denny and Lizzie exchange "I love yous," and I'm here for it. These two wholesome kids can't do any wrong in my book.
I
I love them so much.
know. I mean, I know.
meanwhile, Mel has set up like a MASH situation. All I remember, MASH was so popular when I was a kid, like the reruns of it, and all I
Yes.
remember is always just seeing them in the tents.
Always.
Yeah, that's just what it was.
They
That
lived in
was
tents.
that was really an
Great.
interesting show when you
It
think
was a
about it,
great show.
because I never really watched a ton of it, but
My dad
so it was
loved it.
supposed to be about the Korean War, but it was clearly about the Vietnam War.
Mhm, mhm.
And you had Hot Lips, and you had who's the one who
I
used
have
to
no clue.
ah,
I have
they
no
had a
clue.
character, I forget his, oh, people are screaming. Let me just look it up.
I have literally no clue. I watched it, but I was real young.
Klinger. So Klinger was, he was not transgender at all, but what he was trying to do is he was trying to pass himself off as a member of the queer community or whatever to get out of serving,
Mm,
which was really, really, like, we look at that now through today's lens and
yeah,
that's like super problematic, but that's what people did then.
yeah.
Because mind blowing, like, you couldn't serve in our military if you were gay. Could you fucking imagine this?
No, I can't.
Like,
Can't.
I can't. Okay. Like, think about that. I
Dude,
want to
it's
go serve
terrifying.
my country and you're not going to let me because I'm gay.
Mhm. It makes
Unbelievable.
a lot of sense. I mean,
It's so,
it's so
but
bad.
this is what I try to tell people when they get discouraged about this country, though. When you look at stuff like that, that was only 50 years ago.
I know.
We've come so far. Like, our kids will never know that world.
I hope
Hopefully.
not. I hope not.
Hopefully. All right, so back to this. But anyway, I loved MASH, and
Yes,
it
great.
was really, you know, it was ahead of its time. So, at the bar, Preach's side piece shows up. I'm
Mm,
calling her, he's really her side piece.
I know. I hate that
And
for him.
she's like, she saunters over to where Brady is within earshot, and she's like, whose idea was this to clear cut things, because it was fucking brilliant. And then she goes, thanks, Preach, for the text, meant a lot, because he had
Mhm.
texted her and said, like, I'm thinking about you or something. I do want to say, though, while Denny and Lizzie are exchanging I love yous in the field, we have Mel in the mash style tent, and I forgot to add, taking care of Chloe, who's
God.
all over the place. Oh God, what if she has COVID?
Oh.
So now we have this sad song play, and it's nighttime. And all of a sudden, you see the plane coming over, and everyone's looking, and then drops water, and everyone starts screaming. And
Mhm.
Hope's like, "That's our Jack! That's our Jack up there, and there's many more coming."
Uh-huh.
And Nick says, "That's it. I'm immediately conceding my power back to you at our next meeting."
What he actually says is, golly gee, there's
Oh
nothing
boy.
that you can't do that you put your mind to. You're the best thing ever. I'm resigning effective immediately. Like, oh my God.
Well, so this again, I need more eyes on Nick and Joellen
Uh,
to know what's going on there, because is he part of the drug ring, or is
I
Drug
don't
Nana, like, does he know what his sister does?
see, I don't think he does. I think Drug Nana is pulling the wool over his eyes. I actually don't think he knows.
Here's my question. Drug Nana rolls up. She's in like a fancy Escalade. She's not driving. She's got a driver.
Mhm.
Do people really think she's just that wealthy that she has a driver driving her all over Virgin River?
Well, I mean, do they know any better?
I would be immediately suspicious.
I don't know, dude. I feel like so much weird shit goes on in this town.
Hmm.
It's just wild. I mean,
Um,
Jack knew how to fly a plane.
no, he doesn't.
But that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
And he did it well. Like, how?
I, dude, I don't know.
I have a real issue with this. Like, okay, so like, I rode a bicycle a couple of times. Does that mean that I could like win the Tour de France? Like,
Yes.
come on. I
Yes. Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
It's
this
so
is so
weird.
weird. Like, I okay, here's like, I know how to drive a stick, right? But I
Right.
haven't done it in 10 years. I'm not
Right.
gonna become a over the road truck driver, like a long hauler driving a stick. I'm
Well,
not gonna be good at it. I need
right.
to practice a little bit and learn.
Right. It's
Jeez.
just so weird.
So weird.
This annoyed me.
So Muriel also tells Hope, like, oh, there's this thing that happened at the eye clinic that you need to know about.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Hope's like,
Muriel's like, I banged Cam all over the place. All over, while Cody, oh my God, while Chloe was next to us.
I banged Cam all over those past due bills.
Now we have the end scene. So this is our final scene.
Mm.
Preach is forced to apologize to Brady. And Brady's like, dude, just stop being weird. The whole audience hates you. You're so
Like, yeah.
sanctimonious. Like, stop. Just get too drunk one night and pass out in a pile of your own puke. And then we'll all like you again.
Yes.
And grow some fucking hair on your body. Anyway.
Right.
So just then he spies a firefighter and asks about Kaya. He's like, where, you're firefighter number 3. Where's number 2? And he's like, oh, she's with her husband at the clinic. Dun, dun, dun. And Preacher's like, ooh.
I know. Let's talk about that for a sec. What do you think what cliche story are we going to get? They're separated.
They're separated. They're separated.
She's like,
100%. What's the story I want? The story I want is Preach is her side piece.
Me too.
And he has to struggle with the moral decision of whether or not to continue this relationship, but he does. You know what I mean? Like, then that's a real storyline.
Yeah, but that's not what we're going to get. Nope.
He's too, there's no grit to him. Like, he's too clean.
Too clean.
I don't like it.
Nope.
So Mike tells Bree and her mom everything is fine in Virgin River, and Bree walks him out, and they hug, and he leaves. I want Bree back with Brady. This is an atrocity. I don't like this.
I love it.
All I said was Mike looked decent in a suit. That doesn't give these writers permission to put him with Bree.
I love it so much. I can't wait to see them together. She deserves him.
No. If they weren't brother and sister, we all know she deserves Jack, because the hottest should be with the hottest. But that's not possible because they're related.
Right. So she needs the second hottest.
She needs second hottest, who's Brady.
It's Mike.
So Hope comes. Go ahead.
Brady is just such a fucking loser.
I'm going back and forth on Brady because there's a scene where I saw him on a motorcycle and I was like,
no.
There's something about Brady that is like, in other words, there's a very specific like category of hotness that he could belong to, which is like, he's hot, but what makes him hotter is that he's a little troubled.
Right.
And he's a little bad.
Yes.
But like, I don't feel like he's quite there. He just stops short of being there where he needs to be for me.
I agree.
And I don't know what it is.
No,
it's like he's too clean cut or something.
I don't know. Is it just so poorly acted? Like, I can't figure it out.
But I know what you're saying. Actor.
I mean, do we remember him doing the birthday suit line? That was the worst piece of television I've ever seen. I mean, come on, Amy.
Guys, I almost spit my coffee all over my computer and my microphone.
That was the worst line of all history of all television ever.
Hashtag never forget. How about we had somebody reach out to me, another backdoor friend, and said that she doesn't even watch Virgin River and she listens to our recaps.
I love her.
I'm like, well, we're not doing this show any favors. We're not promoting it very well.
We're not. We're definitely not.
We love it. We love it.
So, like, my real issue with Brady, though, is he's just not good enough for Bree. Don't forget, hold up. Bree has a very serious Xanax addiction, and he's way too close to fentanyl and drugs. And I can't have my girl landing face down in a pile of fentanyl or needing to get shipped away to like Miami to go to like some kind of a retreat because she needs an actual rehab this time.
I hear you.
Because I don't think you just kick fentanyl without help. Like you do.
Fentanyl? No, you cannot.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
he's too much of a risk for her, but she deserves a classier guy, and Mike is it.
Mike is so fucking lame. He's such a kiss ass. I hate him.
Oh, but she deserves it.
No.
Yeah, she does.
So Hope goes to the clinic and she just stares at Doc and she's like, "We'll get through this together, Vernon."
Ugh, she's so gross.
And then we see Jack running through the field and he doesn't give a fuck what's going on. This is like a scene out of the final battle of World War II. Like, he's just running through the battlefield and he doesn't give a fuck what's happening around him. He just wants his woman inside the tent with
Clody.
So he gets in there. Mel's there. She tells him about the baby and they cry. And I have to say something that's going to sound real mean. Real mean.
God. All right, I'm here.
So if you want to maintain your squeaky clean image of me, just skip forward.
Uh-oh.
Mel can't act. I mean, she just can't. I'm sorry. She just can't.
Oh, you're figuring it out.
She can't act. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. It's the crying. She can act in other ways. Yeah. But the crying, she can't do it. Jack is an excellent fake crier. Give Jack the Emmy. Yeah. No, don't give anybody on the show an Emmy, but you know what I mean.
She's at the top of her class in the B category, but she can't cry.
Very good.
I don't know that I could either. I mean, I don't know, but like I get it.
I could.
Maybe, yeah, I mean, I probably could if I tried real hard.
When I think about it, I should have been an actor.
Same. I know. We would have been really good.
I think I mean, you heard me doing cam back there. I mean, it's unbelievable, my talent of acting.
If you heard my Alan Gore.
If you heard my baby Chloe. I mean.
It's Clody.
No, but seriously, I think I as a teenager, like, I'm somebody who I think would have really thrived as a theater kid.
Oh, me too.
And definitely. I don't know why I never got involved in it. Like, I was more in the poetry and Shakespeare realm. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's a Venn diagram of those kids crossing over to there. So I think, I could have done it, but I don't know. It's weird.
It's never too late. We could join like a theater now. That might be fun.
No.
No?
No.
I would. All right. If any theater production people are listening, slide into my DMs.
I mean, only if I could write the script. And it would be...
You can write the script and I'll act it.
It would be a parody of... No, I would be in it if I could write it. But it would be a scene from Virgin River that we would do.
Obviously.
Guys, again, we love this show.
We do.
Can't stop, won't stop. Never stop. Never change.
Never.
Always stay this way.
Stay horrible.
This has replaced Little House in my life. Like Little House, when Jenny and I, so during the pandemic, guys, if you don't know, my sister and I did a podcast called Gen X, This Is Why. Mm-hmm. And we covered every season of Little House on the Prairie. And it was bonkers. And we grew up on it, so like it had a special place in our hearts. Sure. And when you rewatch it as an adult, you're like, oh, this is real bad. Uh-huh. Although you're like, Michael Landon, he can get it. But we were like having so much fun, and when that ended, like I was kind of sad because it was a lot of fun to kind of make fun of it every week. Mm-hmm. This has replaced that for me.
Oh, this is great.
It's given me all those vibes. Really is.
All the vibes of the blessings in front of you.
There you go. All right, guys. So thanks so much for listening. If you haven't already, please leave us a 5-star review.
Please join our Patreon.
Join our Patreon and Supercast where we are doing Sister Wives.
Mm-hmm, but what's coming up?
Starting Married at First Sight. And we're super excited about it. And then I currently have a poll running in there because I'm trying to see what the patrons would like for extra content. So we'll keep you updated.
All right, sweet.
And that's it. That's all I got. So if you've enjoyed this little, give us another listen. Subscribe and listen again. Share the show
and share it with a friend.
Share it with the friends. Share it with your Clody
or your Clody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll see you soon.
Love your bones.